Alright, so last episode we suffered our first loss in the Premier League this campaign, losing to City at Old Trafford here with Haaland scoring that goal and putting out this celebration against us at Old Trafford, and despite a big chance hit by Gyökeres late in the game, we couldn't get back level in this one and suffered our first loss of the season. However, we did answer back though against Chelsea, the game that made me crash out with this one. You'll see it just was a rather frustrating game. That there was a big moment because there I was telling Dallo to move away from getting there to go back and defend. For some reason the game has made him charge forward. However, I was spurred on by this anger and frustration in this game because we do end up winning this game to reach the FA Cup final, which we will play in the episode, but I can see Chelsea in this game just had a lot going for them right here. It switched me to the goalkeeper for some reason. I don't know what really happened there still after a whole day later. But I can see in the end we do end up winning this game 6-4 in the end. It was a mental game. Let's get into today's episode. And to start today's episode off, we're going to take on Liverpool here in the FA Cup final to try and lift a second domestic trophy this season. We won the Carabao Cup previously, beating Leicester City in the final at Wembley. This time, no, we're up against a team in Liverpool. So let's get into this one. Well, a great team in Liverpool is what I was meant to say there. But a great team in Liverpool. We've got to try and beat her in this final. Get into this one and hopefully lift our second domestic trophy this season. We've got 2 more games left in the Premier League after this one as well. We sit a few points at the top of the table. We have Chelsea, I believe, and Aston Villa to play to try and wrap up the Premier League title after this as well. So we've got 2 trophies to try and win this episode to win, to wrap up a treble this season. Let's get into this game and hopefully lift the FA Cup here from start to finish. A ball through here is going to be swept up by Lenny Yoro, who's been wiped out there from behind by their striker, which is probably Jota. It's a great play there, Gyökeres. Now, every time we face Liverpool, Gyökeres has struggled to really get involved in the attacks. But he is 90 rated now, so hopefully he can do much better. And here is Victor Gyökeres, has the power shot plus play style. We don't get to use it in that situation. Jota's injured Yoro from that challenge, but that's great defending from Yoro. It's actually great work there from me as well, because I literally stopped Yoro from moving in that situation. So I've read that pass. Gyökeres and Bumo with a great pass over the top here to Victor Gyökeres, who puts it wide. How has he missed there? I have that sign for the eye roll is Florian Wirtz. Jota, oh no, here's Luis Diaz. It looks like Yoro is completely fine, and Martinez does a great save there. And Diaz hesitated there for a moment. If he shot when he had the first opportunity, I think he would have scored, but a slight hesitation allowed Martinez to close the distance and get the ball off him. And Kobe Manu, not the player I expected to be in this situation, but a player that can do well in this situation here is Kobe Manu, who's running away from the Liverpool defender. Ball to the back post, looking for Gyökeres. One touch, finish there. And Victor Gyökeres this time ain't gonna miss. A great save by Martinez at one end, and a goal at the other for us here. And Gyökeres, I believe, for the first time in this series, has scored against Liverpool. In 2 games previously, he hasn't scored, I don't think. But here, he gets his goal at Wembley to put us 1-0 up in the FA Cup final. And so, like I said, we could possibly win a treble this season, with the Carabao Cup already being won, the FA Cup being up for grabs here, and the Premier League being in our grasp as well, with 5 points clear of City at the top of the table, with 2 games left to go. So if we win 1 game, we're pretty much guaranteed champions, I believe. So after this, we'll face Chelsea, who, like I said, will beat. Well, Chelsea have been a team that will beat twice to get into both cup finals in the semi-finals. As Gravenberch is now picked up an injury for them, but they're probably going to score straight from kick-off. It's Danny Carvajal here, but there's Estepinian back into this one. They look like they're going to score in this game. Here's Luis Diaz, who probably should have scored. Jota, good turn inside there, great save from Martinez, and thankfully that fell straight to Dallo. Now Bumo, a space here. This time to cut inside. Oh, Joe Gomez recovers there. Estepinian, no, great defending against him. That's fell back to them somehow. Frankie de Jong. Jota, good defending from us there. And it's 1-0 at half time. We take it. Pace to get forward. Here's the Dutchman. He's done well there. He's done really well. Gravenberch, Jota hits it. No, Szoboszlai actually hits it. Sorry, Martinez with a great save there to keep it. But to keep us ahead, as Frimpong's now headed off and Mo Salah's coming on. Interesting change. I probably should have done Frimpong to right back and brought on Salah down the wing, but so the AI doesn't change people's positions, so just take off players for a like-for-like swap. It's going to be blocked there by de Jong. No handball, but we get a throw in. Now Brumo's got a... There we go, great work there from him. Now he can play the ball through here into Gyökeres. He can hold it up, back to Mbumo. I love that from Mbumo. Back into Gyökeres. Great play here from us. Gyökeres cuts inside, he hits it, blocked though by Van Dijk, who is in the back line. Okay, I've not seen him all game, so that caught me off guard. They actually do have Van Dijk in the back line. Boomer from that position, if I can do, because he's usually the player that's always there. Oh, Jota's done incredibly well. Cody Gakpo, a player like 2 years ago, I signed in the Man United Chroma because he was linked heavily to United at the time. Was he signed for Liverpool in the end? Gakpo, McAllister. I should have won the ball back there. That challenge with, I'm not sure who it was that actually put the challenge on Gakpo, but I should have got the ball back in that situation. Right there. Estepinian should have got the ball, but somehow Gakpo kept it, and McAllister, like I said, Liverpool are back in the game courtesy of him. And then Liverpool would score. It's not worth in that pass. No, again, don't do this to me, man. This is what made me crash out last episode. The passing in this game just kept going to everywhere else but where I was aiming it. Ugarte, Bruno Fernandes. Oh, Matheus Cunha's left Van Dijk for dead. Matheus Cunha's going through and he beats his fellow Brazilian in net to put United back ahead. A defensive mistake there from Virgil van Dijk. Let Matheus Cunha in. And thankfully for us, he puts us back in the lead here. With 82 minutes gone in this game, 8 minutes left plus added time right here. That little bit of trickery there, going one way, then feinting the other. Runs through and then pokes it in. Past Alisson in the nick of time. And puts us back ahead. It's gone through the legs of Alisson as well. Lovely finish there from Matheus Cunha under pressure. And a great bit of play from him as well. I was going to make changes, but I completely forgot because I was talking. I was going to bring on a Amad Diallo for Mbumo. There's Luis Diaz, Dallo. Love that from you. Ball forward. To Cody Gakpo. Great challenge from Alessandro Martinez. Manu caught under pressure. Frankie de Jong through to Gakpo. Martinez, great save. And that made us win us the game. It has done. And we've won the domestic double with the Premier League. Well and truly in our grasp as well. 2 trophies this season so far. 1 more up for grabs that we're going to try and win next with our game against Chelsea. If we win that game, we are crowned champions of the Premier League. Let's cut to the trophy lift. This was a great game against Liverpool. A great challenge. And thankfully, we've come out on top to win the 2 domestic trophies this season. The FA Cup and the Carabao Cup so far. And let's lift the FA Cup here by Bruno Fernandes, the captain, lifting the trophy. And I might as well to keep it one long clip now because there's no point cutting here to the scene right here. It would have been kind of a waste of a cut. But Bruno Fernandes, the captain, is going to step up to lift the trophy. He didn't really do much in terms of creating goals and getting assists in this game. But he was a great player in midfield that helped us get the ball and link it up in the attack. And Bruno Fernandes, the captain, is going to lift the Carabao Cup and FA Cup for us. Could this be in about 10 or so minutes time for you? Well, for me in this episode, maybe about 12 minutes, 13 minutes. Be the Premier League as well. We'll find out here in a second. Let's get into the game against Chelsea and hopefully wrap up the Premier League title. Alright, so what we're actually going to do here is we're going to sim this game against Chelsea here because it's away from home, and if we win this game we are crowned champions of the Premier League. We don't want to lift the title at Stamford Bridge. We want to win it and lift it against Aston Villa at Old Trafford. So sim this game here. The result doesn't really matter because we are pretty much guaranteed the title anyway. So we're going to sim it here and we pick up a 1-0 win with Gyökeres scoring a goal, which gives us, I believe, the Premier League title. Let's get into the game against Aston Villa and lift the title there. And here we are, the final game of the season, which is obviously the result doesn't really matter. All that matters is we get to lift the Premier League trophy at the end of this game. Now, Aston Villa are 17th in the league, by the way. Obviously, we signed more to this from them. So they clearly didn't replace their goalkeeper and struggled massively this season. I don't think they can get relegated. They didn't really check their points tally, but 17th in the league is insane for a team like Aston Villa. So maybe next season we could sign a player from them. Obviously, like Morgan Rogers is a great player we could sign, and some other great players that have in their team that could join us here at Old Trafford. Let's get into the game against Aston Villa here and see why they're 17th and show why we won the title. We're currently 5 points clear of City. So if we win this game and Man City lose, then obviously we'll be 7 points clear. No, 8 points clear, sorry. Let's get into this game and hopefully beat Villa here. Jonathan Burkhart up front. Morgan Rogers in the team still. So obviously he's a player we could sign. Leon Bailey into Jonathan Burkhart. So they've got a good team. So I don't see why they're 17th, but you could say that about United, IRO, and Spurs as to why they are in their positions they are in IRO. But so they have some great players in their team, but it's the results that matter the most. Here's Matheus Cunha. See Martinez up against his former team. I don't think we've played Villa this season, so this is the first time we're playing against them. Great ball in here to Matej Cunha, who hits it. And Robin Olsen, the Swedish shot stopper, makes a great save there. Boubacar Kamara could be a great backup player. Oh no, Burkhart's done well. A German striker plays the ball through into Jacob Ramsey, who's somehow all the way through. Martinez makes a great save against his former team. Burkhart hits it. Martinez, good save, but it's going to fall straight to Jacob Ramsey. Header in. Burkhart again denied by Martinez. Despite that one Cunha chance, we've not really had anything since then, but here we go. Ball through into Victor Gyökeres, a power shot plus play style. We're going to hold it to the defender, go through, and then shoot. I was going to go for the power shot there, but I thought, you know what, let's hold off the defender there, get into the box and shoot that way. And Victor Gyökeres scores here at Old Trafford against Villa here. He's the lead top scorer, by the way, I believe, with 34 goals this season in the Prem. And have a look at the stats after this game and after the trophy lift. But the Swedishman who was signed for 9 from Sporting pushed United ahead here in the game that's academic in terms of the result and what happens at the end of it. But again, obviously has importance still. Obviously, you want to lift the trophy after winning the game. You don't want to lose the game and then lift the trophy kind of puts a damper on everything. But at the end of the day, what that matters is that we win this game and lift the title and go a few points clear more of City to prove that United, under my control here, are back to the top of English football. And the next season we're going to try to dominate European football in the Champions League. Here's Mbeumo. No doubt from him. Mbeumo. Ian Martin, great defending. Goes to pace to Dion Bailey. Morgan Rogers. Yuri Tielemans, the long shot king. He always has insane long shots in this game, more in FIFA in general, or SC. Bailey going through and he scores. The screen there by Burkhart. It's like I'm not playing NBA. Like why have I just got screened by an attacker? You know what I mean? That was actually an NBA screen deployed there by the German to let Leon Bailey through. IRO, that's obstruction, but he's even in front of my defender. I've just noticed that. Why is he's in front of my defender, but I can't move backwards? What was going on there? But they're back leveled in this game. They've looked like scoring, so that's why I'm not pressed about it too much. It's kind of an only way we have conceded, but end of the day, as long as we don't lose this game, it is where it is. But obviously we do want to win the game to prove that we are going to smash it next season in the Champions League and the Prem as well. Oh, Ian Watson got very lucky there. Oh, look that there from him. You got to hear why not hit it. Blocked though by Pau Torres. Going to be another corner for us here. Same bit as we did last time. Opportunity to Yoro. I was hoping he'd make that move there, but he hasn't done so. Now he's moving into that space. It's kind of annoying. Manu. Here's Mbeumo. Flicked here to Bruno Fernandes. It's blocked by Ian Martin. That's going to be half-time level at the break. There. Because both attackers were wide open. Great defending from Martinez. And scoop it out as well. And that touch there from Manu. Oh no, Burkhart. Martinez is offside anyway. Great save though from him. So they're just getting random bounces and stuff. No, Gyökeres, why not? Shot from range from him. Saved by Olsen, his fellow Swede. Left hand side here, Ugarte. It's a great shot and he's got someone lucky not to score there. A few players here in the second. Cunha. Here is Victor Gyökeres, who scored a goal from a similar position earlier this season. He cuts back low. But the defender read it, unfortunately for us. Bruno. Back here to Ugarte. Ball over. Why? Okay, that's actually gone to Cunha. You're going to say, why is Cunha not reacting to that? But here we go. Here's Bruno Fernandes, who hits and the captain has scored at Old Trafford. And May just got a goal to see us. We'll not win the trophy because we already won it before this game, but, you know, just put the seal on the victory here. We're going to bring on Rashford and maybe Sancho because it could be the final games for us here. So we look to sell them next season, but that's a great finisher from Bruno to put us 2-1 up. And he will be lifting a third trophy here if we win it. Well, no matter the result here, but let's bring on Rashford. Let's bring on Sancho for Bruno. This game is done. Let's also bring in Anthony as a player that we could possibly sell next season as well. So just want to see what these players can do. And other than that, do we bring in Højlund up front? Why not? Let's give Højlund a shot up front. In a way. And speaking of Rashford, here he is. Obviously, he was on loan at Aston Villa last season. Skips the defender. Great work there from him. This is why I'm kind of sad to lose him. His dribbling and pace is insane, and his end product is great. Højlund, that's a great set there by Olsen, though, to stop him. Martinez. Great play there. Get the ball out. There we go. Sancho here. Great defending there from them with a great challenge. Here's Anthony. Why not? The Brazilian hits it. Denied by Robin Olsen. For Villa to get a draw. Great block there by Dallo. And the game should be done once we... Well, it's actually going to be a throw for them. But the game should be done here. Jacob Ramsey. One more chance. Ball whipped in by Burkott. Is offside. It's a 2-1 victory. The 3 points picked up. And that's cut to the trophy lift here in the second. And well, here we are. Something I didn't expect at the start of this season, to win 3 trophies in one season. Obviously, the Premier League, the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, all picked up here. A domestic treble. Well, I took Bruno off. Why did I took Bruno off by mistake? Obviously, he was the captain. It was Emiliano Martinez left the trophy. We'll take it. You know, I should have kept it as Bruno, but I just completely forgot that he's the captain and will be lifting the trophy at Brian Sancho to give him a final send-off. But Martinez is the trophy here. The Premier League has been picked up. You know what? We'll give him it as a token of his great performances for us this season. He's made some insane saves for us. And it's given him as well to stop them from scoring early on in this game. So he deserves to lift the trophy at least. And the Premier League has been wrapped up. The FA Cup and the Carabao Cup United are back, at least in England. Next season we attack European football with the Champions League. Let's look into the stats of the players this season and see just how well these players have performed in this comeback season we have had. And we've risen like a phoenix from the ashes to reach the top. One of our players is going to be winning the player of this season award. I won't be surprised if it's not Gyökeres. David Beckham, the former United player, gets the award to Victor Gyökeres here, who does deserve it. We'll look into his stats here in a second. He's in an unbelievable season. He started off fairly slow. He didn't score in like his first couple of games, but he did face Liverpool and a tough game as well. But the Premier League's best player of the season is Victor Gyökeres, handed by David Beckham, the club legend. And let's get into the stats of the players and show you just how well the player of the season, as well as the rest of our team, have performed. And looking into the stats, as you can see, Victor Gyökeres has proved he's not just a great player in Sporting, you know, in Portugal. He's done it in the Prem with 43 goals and 3 assists, 30 goals in 25 games in the Prem. Insane from him. Ignore the Europa League. I completely forgot to take his out of the Europa League at the start of this career mode. So the Europa League ones are just kind of like there, but we'll just count them anyway. But 43 goals and 4 assists. Højlund 17 and 2, and Boomer 10 and 14. Rashford 14 and 5, Cunha 11 and 13, Bruno Fernandes 9 and 20, and Madiola 5 and 5, Anthony 4 and 2. And overall, Mane's got 7 assists from CDM as well. In terms of clean sheets, I believe Martinez is one of the highest ones, yeah. Martinez up here with 13 clean sheets this season, signing from Aston Villa, got up to an 87, a 32-year-old shot stopper, has had a great season for us. And overall, we've had a great season, obviously winning 3 trophies, the Player of the Season award as well. And next season, we'll have to say goodbye to a player, well, some big players, and obviously Rashford, Anthony, Sancho, players that will be leaving United IRO. Also, John Evans will be retiring at the end of the season. Obviously, that one's not really one that we're going to really care about. But drop in the comments down below, players we should sign to replace them. Obviously, there most likely won't be first-team players that we're going to sign, but this is not the formation we play, by the way. We do play, obviously, the 4-2-1-3. I just switched that one for some reason, but we do play this formation. So drop in the comments down below who we should sign to replace Rashford, Anthony, and obviously Sancho as well. And maybe we should sign 1 or 2 Aston Villa players. They finished 17th. They're underperforming massively. Could sign a player or 2 from them. Obviously, like I said, Morgan Rogers, Jacob Ramsey, Boubacar Kamara, some great players. Edric Konsa's there as well. So some great players we could sign from them. But that's going to call it for this season. And if you want to see season 2, drop a like and subscribe. And that should be out tomorrow, if not mistaken, when I do record this. It should be out tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Drop a like and subscribe. Check out other content I do post here on the main channel, on the second channel as well. You can find in the description down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.